Hello and welcome to our channel, How We Move the Decimal. Today I am photographing slides from the 1970s, many different years all through the 70s, so I just labeled the 70s, and when I list it I will also just label it 1970s. And if I have other listings with the same name, I will add something to this, usually like a numerical number at the end so I can easily figure out what it is. I'm using a tracing light board. I just put a piece of white printer paper. I've also used tissue paper before, and that has worked too. If I wanted it just a little brighter, tissue paper is a good option, but it was only like $14 on Amazon. I'm sure you can even get it even cheaper on Prime Days. And I use a slide to digital converter. At the end of the video, you can see some of these slides converted to digital and what that looks like. And I find it fairly easy to use. You do have to manually put each slide through one at a time, so it does take some time, but once you get in a groove, you can go fairly quickly. I can scan probably around 100 slides in 30 minutes, which sounds like a lot of time, but when you're looking at all the slides and you're individually scanning them and saving them and converting them each one at a time, that is why it's so time consuming. I do not digitally scan every slide. I will digitally scan the slides I think pique my interest, or I'm not sure what's in them, or the lighting's kind of dark. I want to see if I can render them a little lighter. I will digitally scan those slides. Like I've said in previous videos, I love listing slides. They are not money makers by any means, but I love listing them. I love going through them and looking at them. And a lot of times the cost to do it is minimal. I spent $10 on thousands and thousands of slides, and then other slides people will just give to me. I got a whole bunch of slides from a garbage bag at an auction. They were just throwing the slides away. So, because they thought people would buy the case and not the slides. So it's a minimal cost to me to do. It is time consuming, so I have to think of my time cost wise. But I also find it very fun. So even if I didn't sell these on eBay, I'd probably go through them one at a time just to see what's on them. I'm a very nosy person that way, so I do find them more fun. I'm recording this on April 6th. We just started Q2. We finished Q1. I ordered my free eBay shipping supplies for my store, which is hard because I have so many, like I have an overabundance. I'm giving shipping supplies away. Whenever we have a yard sale, I'll put like a free box and have a whole bunch of eBay cardboard boxes that we just don't use. And I don't know why I ordered them, but they give you a very limited like options. I think this time I ordered tape just because it was the smallest. I already ordered poly mailers previously and I have a whole bunch of those now. Honestly, our goal this summer is to take everything out of our garage, put it in our driveway, go through all of it, rearrange it, find some semblance of order when it comes to all of our boxes and our storage for our eBay inventory. We're going to liquidate a lot of inventory. We do that every summer when it's garage sale time. And to give perspective for those of you that may not be living in the Midwest, garage sale prices have been going up, but I also see that the prices that are going up, people aren't selling as much as they should if they were going down. So like when we have garage sales, clothes are like 50 cents, 25 cents if it's children's clothes, books are 10 cents. We just want it out because we don't want to pay for a dumpster. Even though like I am so close, our summer is so busy, I'm not sure when we're going to be able to have a garage sale. So I'm incredibly close to be like, just bring a dumpster in. We just need to get rid of all of it. The problem is lately a lot of our thrift stores around us are not taking donations. So it's hard even to offload items that way. And some items they aren't taking at all at the thrift stores. And they're getting much pickier about what they take, which I don't blame them. People are, donating god awful things, but they go through, like last time I donated, they went through individually everything I brought, and that was a little difficult. I only take hard goods most of the time to thrift stores unless it's really nice clothes, and then I'll take them to thrift stores too. But if it's clothes I have with like small damages on it, I will donate them to we have these random containers all over town that the person it's a private company, it's not a non-for-profit, and they just put them all over town, and it's like clothes and shoes. Some say clothes, shoes, and books. And I'm assuming they just sell per weight. Like they're just one of the companies that sell per weight. I don't think they're individually going through these items. But anything that's slightly damaged, I will put through there. All of my linens, when I look at blankets and towels and stuff, I will donate to my local animal control because they always need that for the puppy and kitty beds. So that's where that stuff goes. But it is work when you think about it, just trying to offload stuff you don't want anymore. It is work. I've seen other people in the thrifting groups talk about how they advertise picking up donations in their town because it is so hard to donate right now and people just want to get stuff out of their houses. Granted, it's calmed down a little bit. Like at the very beginning of the pandemic, everybody was like dumping everything. Everyone's going all Marie Kondo minimalism, get rid of everything. Does it cause joy? Swedish death cleaning, all of those things. And they were just offloading as much as they could. And thrift stores weren't open. And when they did open back up, they were just inundated. I remember driving by the closed thrift stores because they were still closed because of all the pandemic rules. And I remember driving by them and you couldn't see the front doors because people had dropped off so much stuff and they didn't care. And that's unfortunate where, somebody runs it for everybody. They didn't read the signs, they didn't care, they just dropped it off for everybody. Like you could not get into the front door of one of the thrift stores. And now they're really regulating what they take. So that's becoming more difficult. And it's just taking up room in my garage. We have a corner of our garage of to be donated or sold at a rummage sale or, given away to somebody who needs it. One of my friends works at the local elementary school and she's always taking my kids' clothes that I know I can't sell because other children will use them and I am perfectly okay with that. I don't need to sell them at a rummage sale. I will give them away, mainly because a lot of them I bought from rummage sales. So they've probably already been worn by, 3 or 4 kids before mine are even done with them. And it would be a profit, honestly, if I sold them. So I'm okay with just giving them to more kids that can need them. Or, my clothes, if it's a larger child, they could wear that. My husband's clothes, we always ask and see. Shoes, especially. What we found, well, unfortunately, or, just the cost of living, my oldest child graduated into adult shoes and they became quite expensive, especially like sports equipment. So when we're looking at cleats and stuff, adult size cleats are much more expensive than children's cleats. And so we went to the local Play It Against Sports, and it's technically a franchise, but they're locally owned franchises, and they sell used cleats, used shin guards, sports equipment, bats, helmets, all of that. But unfortunately for us, by the time my son got to that size, those shoes are worn to hell. They're just beat up because they're adult size. They play them till they get new ones or they play through their whole season of high school and stuff. So they just weren't great, but we had to buy new and that hurt. They were so expensive, new soccer cleats. And this is where I'm going to go on my retail arbitrage thing. Like there's sellers that just go into like Ross and TJ Maxx and stuff and buy up all the cleats. Any cleats they buy up. That's hurting people. I couldn't go into our Ross because they said a guy came in and bought every single cleat off the shelf. So we're a lower income family and we couldn't afford, soccer cleats because somebody had swooped them all off the shelf.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And we're all going live, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never